All right, right now we're going to talk education and teaching with Kate Diaz. She is from the CEA, the Connecticut Education Association. And Kate, good to see you back here in the program.
Thank you, Dennis. Always happy to come and talk education.
I love talking about it, too. So let's talk about, first of all, what the governor had to say in his State of the State address about education. What did you think of that?
Well, I thought it was a good map that we need to focus on education. It's a centerpiece of economic, community, and overall development for our state, and it's a good, solid investment. I think we need a little bit more meat on that bone, a little bit more substance about where we're going to put those resources. And I think that, I applaud him for considering that recruitment and retention needs to be at the forefront of what we're working on. When
I had you on here last time, we were talking about the teacher shortage. Does it still exist?
Oh, absolutely. We still hover around the 1,200 to 1,300 vacancies. What we're seeing, though, is it's really creeping towards predominantly in special education, which, suffice it to say, is a considerable concern for us as educators, because each of those vacancies are students that aren't getting the services they are, we want to provide them.
Is there still disparity between the cities and some of the suburbs? Because I had the superintendents of Hartford and New Haven in here, and they both said that they lose teachers to towns 20 minutes away because they're paying a lot more money.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's true consistently across the state. Some of my cities like Waterbury, Bridgeport, Danbury also have considerable vacancies. Some of that's just a quantity matter, right? Like if you have 10% of 1,600, it's going to be more than 10% of, 250. But in reality, we know that there are greater challenges in our city, in our urban districts, and so they struggle to retain their teachers, often considering themselves sort of the training ground for all the other districts.
One of the things that stuck with me about the governor's speech was when he said we need more men teaching. And I thought about it, and I didn't have a male teacher till I was in the 6th grade, except for gym teachers. And that's about it. What is the breakdown across Connecticut of female to male?
Well, we hover about this 70 to 30% ratio. So 70% women, 30% men. And we do often see the numbers of male teachers dominated in the high school and middle school environments. Fewer in elementary. But it really is critical that we have a broad representation in education, because students learn well and creates a really diverse, interesting environment. So we need to figure out how to draw more of all types of people into our environment as educators.
Any ideas as to how to get more men in the field?
We've got to raise salaries. When we think about competition of what we are looking, what are we going up against in terms of drawing people in?
As you look at the college scene across Connecticut, are you seeing enough universities offering education as a major and the effort on campuses to recruit teachers?
No, definitely not. I think, that's our greatest opportunity to diversify our workforce is among the young people today. And we see students at like the Central Connecticut State University, a great university, very diverse, but we aren't really drawing enough students. I think Connecticut could do a better job, particularly at the state schools, promoting the program, advertising it, encouraging people, and incentivizing people to go into the career in education. We have a scholarship program at the state for diverse educators. We need to expand it to continue to make it a desirable financially to go.
What specifically would you like lawmakers to do this session for education?
I would like us to adopt a grant program to reduce class sizes and increase salaries. I think those are key priorities. I think increasing the educator diversity scholarship, allowing for more students from across the state to enter that program. And I think we need to talk about barriers to entry. Are we creating financial barriers to entry that are unnecessary and don't really serve us well? So I think there are spaces for us to push into that make our profession really more desirable.
Kate Diaz, she is from the CEA. We appreciate you being here with us today. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And just a reminder, News 8 will be digging more into the issues facing teachers in our state. Educating Connecticut airs Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, hosted by News 8's Laura Hutchinson, right here on Channel 8. Coming up next here this morning, a former news anchor lending his hand to help make wishes come true.